So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. If we pause for a second to consider how incredibly hard it is for us to change our own selves, only then would we understand how incredibly foolish it is to think that we can change others. I want us to pause and reflect on that. Many of us have struggled within ourselves with habits and patterns. We tell ourselves, I need to change this. I need to stop doing this. I will stop yelling at my children whenever I'm frustrated. And the next time I feel hungry after 6 p.m., I will just have an apple. Oh, I'm gonna wake up at 5:30 every morning and work out for 45 minutes every day. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change that. And yet, we find ourselves not doing it. We struggle and we fail terribly changing our own patterns. Yet somehow, we walk around with the delusion that when we get into marriage, we can change another person from their own habits and their own patterns. Now that is laughable. One of my odogus asked me, I think it was in the last video we did on Regina Daniels and Ned, where I spoke extensively about character. And this odogu, in what seemed like a humble moment of self-reflection, he asks, so Neze, can characters be changed? How can we change? I thought to myself and I thought hard. Do people really change? Now, contrary to the famous quotes that people don't change, I still believe that people can adjust. People can indeed turn a new leaf. Change can happen, but people don't change because someone begs them to. They don't change because you cried or because you explained things to them a million times. No, people change when things hit them personally. They change mostly for themselves when the consequences for them becomes real, when danger touches them directly, when the pain of staying the same becomes heavier than the comfort of remaining so. So most people that you find drop that stick of cigarette permanently, it's not because their mother found out that their son now smokes and she began crying. No. This quitting most commonly happens when the doctor hands them that x-ray and tells them, you are gonna die if you do not stop. And that man, that his wife has been fighting him for 13 years about going to a shower quarters, a she house. And one day he goes there and gets the experience of his life. Maybe they gather him, beats the audio akunas, gathered him, beat shege out of him, naked him, maybe use knife, give him one tribal mark. You will see that he will stop going there. Change is difficult, and that decision is mostly driven by serious discomforts and consequence to self, not others. Dear ladies and gentlemen, do not ever get into a relationship or a marriage thinking or hoping that the person will change. That is an internal uncertainty that you cannot predict. The more likely expectation that you should have is that they will get better at what they are good at or worse at what they are bad at. When OLUNMA decided to run into the arms of Kelechi Prince Okeke, the flags were as red as blood. 30-year-old OLUNMA is a native of Isialangwa in Abia State. She comes from a family of 6, herself, a brother, 2 sisters, and her parents. They resided in the capital city of Owerri in Imo State. OLUNMA was not born with a silver spoon. No, very far from that. Her mother was a petty trader that sold fresh vegetables, ugu, water leaf, or her in the open market. And that is what put food on their table for them when they were growing up. So as her mother got old and fell sick, she couldn't carry on the family business. And so OLUNMA took over her mother's business. OLUNMA, an incredibly industrious girl she was. As early as 5 a.m., she was up, already out to the bush market for her daily business, only returning after dark. She was a hustler, a legitimate hustler. Before we proceed, if you're new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't leave without hitting the subscribe button. It's just down there below the video. Turn on your bell notification, give the video a big thumbs up, and drop your thoughts down in the comment section. And if you are yet to get our book, in fact, while I researched this topic, I couldn't just help but thinking about everything that I have shared and put down in this book. If you are facing abuse, physical, emotional, mental, financial, spiritual, or if you do not know that you can't understand or put a name or put a finger to what you are experiencing, this book is a very powerful guide. It will help you. Your body might be weak, but your spirit must remain unbroken. Get a copy of The Unbroken Spirit. You can scan this code or click the link down below, or you can just send the mail book to info@nezemasterclass.com. So OLUNMA met Kelechi Prince about 5 years ago at Relief Market there in Owerri. The market that OLUNMA used to trade at was demolished by the state government, and so she had to relocate her business to this new market. Kelechi was a chemist. Okay, how do I explain this to a non-Nigerian? A chemist in Nigeria is not a pharmacist, and definitely not one who studied chemistry. So don't ask Google. Pharmacists are educated, they are trained, they are licensed to purchase and distribute medication. Chemists in Nigeria, on the other hand, can be anybody. A primary school dropout, a former welder or plumber, anybody. You just open a small shop and start selling medication, anti-nurse, and people will come, anti-nurse, Uncle Donatus, Biko, Afona, Sam, I am purging, can you mix yellow and red for me? That is tetracycline. And then from mixing yellow and red, they graduate to treating small injuries, dressing wounds here and there. And before you know it, they have started administering rabies injection. Yes. So they are called chemists, non-licensed pharmacists. Bam. That's a simple way to put it. So Kelechi, this husband, was a chemist, and he had a small chemist shop in that market, that Relief Market that OLUNMA moved into. And so they met and they began seeing each other.
He met at Relief Market during the time of Rochas Okorocha as governor in Imo State. So he demolished the main Owerri Market and asked everybody to move to Relief Market. So I think that was when he met that guy, because our own shop is already at Relief. So that guy got shop there. You know, he has chemist. So that was where they actually met.
When OLUNMA's family saw that she had started getting close to Kelechi, they kicked against the relationship strongly. They did everything within their power to pull her out, but they did not succeed. The beating started even before the marriage. And on this particular occasion, words got out to the family that Kelechi was chasing their daughter, OLUNMA, with a cutlass on the streets. OLUNMA's father, aged and blind, in company of her brother, her only brother, marched to Kelechi's shop to issue him a stern warning to stay away from their child. Her family intervened. They removed her. She always went back.
I'll come and share. So during their relationship time, I once heard that they had a fight. He was chasing her with cutlass, and OLUNMA had injury either on her hand or so. So we started, advising her. We started calling her out. Come out from this place. This is not, as in, just for relationship, and you are here telling me that the guy is beating you and you are having you are sustaining injury. So what are you still doing there? At this point, my daddy had to even take OLUNMA one day to that guy's shop at School Road. My daddy is blind. He has glaucoma. So he has been blind since 2013 till date. My daddy had to manage with my younger brother. My younger brother and my daddy took OLUNMA to that guy's shop at School Road. And he actually warned that guy, I don't want to see you around my daughter again. I don't want my daughter having anything doing with you. Just, stay clear from my daughter. Sometimes it happens as if that guy is actually using jazz on her. By the time you call her out today and say, come back home, we are loved, stop going there, the next thing, just give her 6 months, 4 months, you will see her. She'll move back to that guy's house.
4 years ago, OLUNMA and Kelechi got married, and they had 2 children together, 2 sons, a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old babies. But marriage and children do not change people. It does not fix relationships. If anything at all, it exacerbates existing tensions. And so the unrest and the violence between OLUNMA and Kelechi kept growing. These two would fight about everything and anything. They'll fight about simple things, as simple as what their children would eat. According to OLUNMA, the children are very picky eaters. They don't like eating solids. But if you're a mom, you know that there's some children like that. So they always like to drink custard. And she will tell her husband, Kelechi, to please buy custard on his way back. He will not buy. He will tell her to force them to eat eba. And they will refuse to eat. And they will go to bed hungry several times.
So they always give me complaint. Kelechi did not buy custard for the children. Kelechi said the children should eat gari. Those kids are picky. They don't eat gari. They don't eat the white rice with stew. They are very so. They don't even take pap. They want custard. So the boy will refuse to buy those things, and force OLUNMA to make sure those kids eat gari. And at the end, those kids might go. They might actually go to bed without eating anything.
So they will fight so much about the children. They will fight about Kelechi's late nights staying, that he would disappear from the matrimonial home for days and reappear at any time of his choosing. And they would fight. They will fight about clothes from work, about staying out late working. Now, OLUNMA sells fresh vegetables, and most times her customers, her clients, are working class people who close from work at night and buy her veggies on their way back home. So most times she has to stay out to make sales for that period, because remember, she deals in very perishable items. So if she carries things over, they tend to spoil fast. Her husband, on the other hand, is self-employed. He calls his shots, and the plaza where he works, the markets, they close at 6 p.m. So it was OLUNMA's expectation that since you close early, why don't you go home and watch the kids, stay with your children? When I wrap up from the business that I'm using to help sustain the family, I will join you. But the man insisted on her shutting down and coming back early. He refused to hold or watch over his own children. So they disagreed about everything, and they would always call OLUNMA's older sister Ezinne to report themselves. Every day it was from one settling after the other, one fight after the other.
6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they have locked plaza. So you start coming back to pick your children from school. You understand? So they keep having issue of you are coming back late.
And at some point, OLUNMA's family would beg her. They begged her that she should just come out of this marriage. Although according to them, they said they didn't even know that physical violence was involved. They were just thinking that it was this verbal tension and back and forth. They advised her to come out of the marriage. But she always felt like he would change. Things will change. She felt like this was a normal thing. Couples fight. Couples disagree. I'll be fine. We go rough farm. Nothing they happen. And so she remained there. Some people's dreams may be meaningless, but for some others, their dreams are deeply spiritual and they carry significant meanings and messages. It is a gift. When Ezinne, OLUNMA's elder sister, had that vivid and scary dream, she felt great discomfort in her spirits. In that dream that she had on the 28th of January this year, her sister OLUNMA was a sales girl in a pharmacy. See the coincidence, in a pharmacy, a proper pharmacy. And she was accused of stealing money at her place of work. And they were after her. So in the dream, OLUNMA called her, the elder sister Ezinne, and told her what was happening. And Ezinne told her to run and come to her home and hide. And so she came to Ezinne's home. And those people that were looking for her traced her to Ezinne's home, caught her, dragged her out of the house, and began beating her. As they were beating her, raining blows and punches on her, she was dying. They were killing her. Ezinne said that she couldn't move in the dream. She was just inside the house, peeping from the window and watching her sister get maimed, get mobbed to death. She couldn't do anything to help or to save her life. And so she woke up drenched in her own sweat. She immediately called OLUNMA, narrated the dream, and told her to be very careful, to be prayerful, that dream.
OLUNMA is not known for that. So I don't know why they are showing me in that dream that OLUNMA was working for somebody who has a pharmacy and she was stealing from the pharmacist, because she's a sales girl. And now look at it, OLUNMA's husband is a chemist. So this thing was happening on the 26th.
That was the first sign. The second sign came just the next day. The very next day, OLUNMA called her sister, crying profusely that hot water had poured on her child. That she was cooking in the kitchen. She was cooking for Kelechi, her husband, in the kitchen. And that she had asked him to please watch over the children. Remember that they're still very little. 1, 2 years old, the other one just 1 year old, little children. And that she asked him to please watch over them while she prepared dinner for them. And that there was water that was plugged to boil in an electric kettle by the corner of the house. And that the man left the children without even informing her and went out to drink. And then the baby crawled to the boiling water and it poured on his leg.
The next day, being Tuesday, around 9 to 10, OLUNMA called me. Ezinne, Kelechi, miracle wole. I said, what happened? That she was busy in the kitchen. She just came back from market. That guy is so reluctant. That guy doesn't care about those children. Jesus. That she was busy in the kitchen, trying to make food, prepare food for the kids and boil hot water to put in the flask. She told Kelechi to take care of those two children in the parlor. She never knew that Kelechi left those children and went outside to go and drink. Those children, the small one, the 1 year old, OLUNMA never knew that the baby was, crawling to that kitchen.
Ezinne, the elder sister, was so mad. She was not happy. She was like, I saw these signs in a dream. I told you guys to be careful. Why weren't you careful? Why would you allow such a thing to happen after preempting you? OLUNMA explained her side of the story, and so Ezinne called the husband, her sister's husband, asking what happened. The husband dismissed it as not serious, that the baby will be fine. It's not a big deal. Exactly 1 week later, 1 week after this vision that she had in form of a dream, Ezinne got a call that would change her life forever. When Ezinne's phone rang late at night on Monday the 2nd of February, and she saw her brother-in-law's number, she was surprised. Why is he calling by this time? Why is he calling so late? What could have happened? Have they gotten into another fight or misunderstanding as usual? And so she answered the call. And the next thing, she heard her brother-in-law ranting at the other end of the line. That he doesn't know what is wrong with her sister. That he doesn't know what is wrong. That the sister was just eating rice and she vomited. After throwing up, she wasn't moving. That he doesn't know what she's acting here. That she's not answering him. Ezinne, who, by the way, lives in Lagos. Remember that OLUNMA and the husband resided in Owerri. For those who do not know these geographies, they are very far. At least they are, let me say, 12 hours drive, right? So she told him that if she's not responding, please rush her to the hospital. This will not be a joke. Since you are saying that she threw up, is she pregnant? No, she's not pregnant. So please, don't take this lightly. Rush her to the hospital.
Phone rang. It was Kelechi number. I saved his number with OLUNMA's husband. Immediately I fixed the call. I say, because like I said before, whenever he calls, it's a complaint. He wants to say something. Immediately I picked the call. The first thing I asked him was, Kelechi, why are you calling me by this time of the day? What happened? Why are you calling my number by this time? I hope everything is okay. He kept mute. I now said again. I now had to ask him again. What's going on? Oya, talk to me. I said, how far? What's up? Oya, talk to me. He said, I don't understand your sister. That he doesn't know what is happening to my sister. That she just finished eating rice now. Immediately she finished eating the rice, she vomits. After they vomit, she's just lying down here. She's not shaking. In his voice, he said, I don't know what your sister is acting. Take OLUNMA to the hospital right now. He said, okay. He hung the phone on me.
30 minutes later, another call came, and this time, it was a woman screaming frantically at the top of her lungs. And the woman on the other end of the line was like, are you OLUNMA's sister? Are you OLUNMA's sister? Come and carry her. Oh. This boy has killed your sister. Oh. Her heart flew to Jerusalem and back. She quickly said, please hold him, hold him, hold him. Do not allow him to escape. Do not allow him to run away. And then she began calling relatives there in Owerri.
The next 30 minutes, my phone rang again. It was that guy's number. But immediately I picked, it was now a lady's voice. The lady just shouted, come and carry your sister. This boy, that are you OLUNMA's sister? Come and carry your sister. This boy have killed your sister. This boy have killed your sister. Immediately I responded. I said, I said, please don't allow him to run away. Hold him for me. The woman said, hey, Jimmy, I'm with him. Yeah, I'm holding him.
Neighbors gathered, and they drove her old parents, her blind father, and her very sick mother to the home that OLUNMA and Kelechi shared. When they got there, the whole house was upside down, food littered, plates scattered, looking like an aftermath of Hiroshima.
Getting to that place, everywhere was just looking, inside their house was looking messed up. OLUNMA was just lying down lifelessly. My brother started shouting, my brother said the food they were eating is all over.
Oh, Jesus! Jesus! Oh, OLUNMA.
Neighbors began giving their account, and they testified that for hours that night, loud noises of chaos and distress spilled out from the residents of Kelechi and OLUNMA. And at some point, they heard screaming that this man is going to kill her, oh, that someone should come and help her. Oh. And after that scream, it was silence.
The whole noise they were making was fight. People said they overheard OLUNMA saying, give me my money. People said they heard OLUNMA saying, Kelechi will get boomta, Kelechi will kill me. Kelechi will kill me, oh, you people should come and help me. Oh. Nobody came out to help her. One of them said they have been making noise for hours. At a time, they stopped hearing their voice. Everywhere was mute. That was when they knew that something happened.
Yes, the marriage between Kelechi and OLUNMA have always been plagued with violence. But the big question is, what happened? What exactly was the incident that led to this tragedy? According to witness accounts and multiple reports, she was at the market on that fateful day, earlier that fateful day, and she sold vegetables, her vegetables. She was doing this business big time. She sold vegetables worth 35,000 naira. And according to her sister, is not the social media type, is not the internet savvy type. She didn't even have a bank account of her own or operated mobile app or all of these things. No, she preferred her business cash and carry. So this customer, a big customer, said that the only way she could pay was through transfer. And so Kelechi gave this customer her husband's account number and told the customer to make the payments into the husband's account. So Kelechi told the customer to make the transfer into her husband's account so that when she gets home, she would retrieve the money. Told the husband to please withdraw the money so she can collect it when she gets home. Now, when OLUNMA got back home that evening and asked her husband for the money could not be produced, nowhere to be found. And don't forget that petty trading deals with cash carry, cash buy, hand to mouth, sell and buy. So she needed the money that night. So early the next morning, as she usually does, she'll be out to the bush market to go and buy what she will sell that day. The money was gone. And so an argument ensued. A fight began. And that is what is suspected to have culminated in the series of violence that led to her death.
She said, send to my husband money points account. When I get home, I will collect from my husband. The customer bought vegetables of worth 35,000 naira and sent it to the husband account. And my mommy is aware that somebody sent money to Kelechi's account. Getting home, OLUNMA asked for the money because she will use it for turnover the next day. He can't meet her at home by 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock, she's already out because the kind of business she do, she's going to the bush market. She needs to be there early. So that was why she was asking for her money. Kelechi, give me my money. I will use it the next morning. Kelechi started telling her story.
A former landlady who claims to know this couple very well had this to say. It's a pity she died this way. When she was dating the guy, because the guy was my tenant, the guy do beat her. I warned her to leave the guy, but rather she stopped greeting me until I then gave them quit notice. Rest in peace, dear. Neighbors who were gathered tried shaking this Kelechi man, tried hitting him and, saying, this is how you've been beating this lady every day. This is how we've been hearing this lady's voice every day. This is what you've been doing. And would you believe that even in death, Kelechi felt entitled to OLUNMA. He felt he has a right to do whatever with her. He is reported to have begun fighting back, asking them, is it your wife? Is it your business? Mind your business. No remorse, only entitlement. He was held down at the premises until the police came and took him away.
At that point, people in that area was beating that guy. They were beating him mercilessly. Say, that is how you have been beating this girl. Since this girl came here, you have been beating her. My brother said that he's hearing this for the first time. OLUNMA have never told anybody that Kelechi is beating me, or maybe call and say Kelechi is beating me, or you people should come. When they were beating him, he was busy fighting everybody. If you beat him, he fights you back. He says, is it your wife? Is it your business? Is it your business? Is it your wife? Is it your wife? Leave her for me. Is it your wife? They pushed him inside his house and locked the door. Police now came and rescued him.
In his statements to the police, Kelechi said that he was not responsible, or he is not responsible for his wife's death. That she was eating and suddenly started screaming, my chest, and she died. He is currently cooling his feet at the state CID there in Owerri as OLUNMA's family hustle, seeking public support, soliciting for public contribution to raise money for an autopsy that would determine the exact cause of her death. Her 2 very young children are currently being cared for by her very old and very sick mother. Change. He will change. Oh, there is nothing God cannot do. No, sis. He will get worse and he will kill you. Let us get a parting advice from the late OLUNMA's elder sister. So,
if you are watching me here, one man is somewhere laying his filthy hands on you. Carry your bag and go home. One day, you start asking for justice on this internet. You will think he has changed. He will not do it again. It's only a slap. He will not slap me again. He said he's sorry. He pleaded for him to raise his filthy hands to slap you. Tomorrow, it might not be slap. It will be something. God. Hey. If you are here watching me and you are in this condition, we are facing this, carry your bag and go. One thing about people is, let me encourage you people. You see, this internet is a very powerful place. People see it as, why are you disgracing yourself? Why are you telling the whole world your story? Why are you trying to let everybody know your problem? I don't care Let them know my problem and let my problem be solved. Let me come out and cry out. Let the world, let the right authority come for my rescue. That is what I believe. Internet is a very large family that people don't take serious. If you feel like you are facing a whole lot in your marriage, but your problem is financial issue, come out on this internet, speak out, we will contribute money for you. Family members that you are hiding from, you don't want them to see you, you don't want them to know that you are leaving your marriage, you don't want them to know that you are going through a lot. How much help have they given you? I'm asking you. How much help have they rendered to you? They are not going to give you anything. In fact, you'll be shocked that it's when they will see you on this internet asking for help. That's when they will actually know what you are going through. You see them, they will be among the people that will send money to your account. Many women, I know that you people are staying back because you don't have money. If you find yourself in a OLUNMA situation, come out. Not be all love, be love. Come out. Come out. I'm seeing some comments. My sister is in the same relationship. My sister is facing the same thing. You are seeing me crying for my sister's justice. And you are also there writing that your sister is facing the same thing. You see how people are mocking at me? They are saying, Zini of all people, Zini, you allowed your sister to go through this. This is what they will tell you. And you are not sure you are going to forgive yourself if you allow you that is watching me. If you also allow your own sister to go through this, I'm not sure you will ever forgive yourself. Like me now, I'm actually regretting not bringing her to Lagos. We already planned on how she will sneak out from that house and start coming to Lagos. Marriage, by fire, by force. If he's not giving you what you want, step outside.
And here we go again. Another woman, another statistic. It is indeed a pity. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's very, very sad video. If you're new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give the video a big thumbs up. Drop all your thoughts down in the comment section. Grab a copy of our book, The Unbroken Spirit. It would impact you in ways that I cannot quantify. Link down below, or you can scan this code if you are yet to join our premium channel. Because a lot of these things that happen stem from low or non-existent self-worth, sense of self, damaged people. There is no way you can love yourself and allow a man to be hitting you. It's not possible. Even being rude to you, you will not be able to do it. When you have a healthy self-esteem, a healthy sense of self, you cannot. In this exclusive platform, we teach this, we build this, we guide on this, we help shape and reform your person. Do not miss out on all the gems that we spill there. You can join here on YouTube, or you can join using this code. Thank you once again for watching. Let us stay aware. Let us stay preaching the gospel, the message. You never can tell the life that will be touched. Do not get tired. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze. And this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.